Hey there, Virgo Sun, Virgo Moon, Virgo Rising. Welcome to your new moon in Pisces reading. This is a very unusual kind of reading, and so I would appreciate you leaving me a comment to let me know if this is something that you would like again, or if you would wish that I would never do this again, because I won't know unless you tell me what's going on. So we're going to look at this new moon for the portal that it is. It is a wide open portal of opportunity. Usually with the new moon, I will look at what is the challenge and the opportunity, but this is in Pisces, and it's conjunct Saturn, which is about to move into Pisces, and you still have Venus conjunct Neptune in Pisces. You have Mercury getting ready to move into Pisces, and then when Venus leaves Pisces, she's going to go in conjunct with Jupiter that also rules Pisces next week. And so all this energy around this portal, this big huge opening, which says this: there is no challenge except you. The only thing that limits you is your ability to expand your imagination, and the opportunity is limitless. Whatever you want to manifest and bring in with this energy, you can. It's happening at the 1st degree in 22 minutes of Pisces. It happens at 2:06 a.m. Eastern Time Zone here in the U.S. on the 20th. You should check the time zone calculator below to know what time it happens for you. But this is a powerful opportunity. It's in this energy of choice and decision making with the North Node. Like, you can literally take this wherever you want to. And look, you have what looks like a total portal opening there, and it says expansion. I'm sorry, it says exploration, boldness, unknown, and limitless. What did I say? It is limitless. This energy is limitless. You can go wherever you want. It says transformative. It's intuition. It does require some patience. It's the Swan Queen. And so that means it's going to take some time to develop. But I really feel like this is a portal that is open for the next 3 years while Saturn is in Pisces. This feels really key and really important. And so I don't want you to miss that opportunity. So I'm going to give you some tools to work with, right? So in order to bring this exploration in, it's going to be transformative through your intuition. So I think this is about exploring, like really getting into exploring the other realms. And Pisces is very much out there, right? And so using this as an opportunity to get to know everything. It says, do not limit your thinking right now. Oh my God, this is so on point. You must be willing to open to new experiences. I hope I said Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Geez, I don't even remember. As the sky is the limit for you right now, this energy opposes yours. It's like so key. You know, when Saturn moves into Pisces, is at the full moon in Virgo. This portal totally affects you in every way. The sky is the limit for you right now. Unexpected situations and new discoveries may occur soon, so be ready. Although the unknown may be scary, it will lead you to the greater good. Trust in moving forward. You're being encouraged to use smoky quartz and sugilite, Sugilite, That is such a lightweight stone. It's black. Do I have it here? I do. So I got it on a pendulum. This is really for clearing and opening was what I got it for. But when I bought it, I picked it up and I'm like, I couldn't believe how lightweight the stone is. They're not 100% sure what all it will do, but it definitely, here we go, Virgo, it really wants to open up. You know how I told you in the last video how to use a pendulum? You may want to consider, it wasn't that expensive to get this. Getting this one as a pendulum, I forget where I found it. Either Etsy or Amazon. It was easy. I ordered it online. I looked it up. So you might want to do that and get a pendulum to work with and use that. That is like so amazing. So here you have this ability to, it's spiraling energy. It goes on. It's like this big, huge portal tunnel that is opening up. So the transformation is going to take time. Following your intuition to find your way through it is going to be very beneficial. When the moon is in Pisces, you know, key into that. You know how every week when I do the readings, I say the moon is in Pisces or the moon is in Scorpio or wherever the moon is. You'll want to pay attention to when the moon is going through Pisces, because that's where this portal opening was. But also, your card showed up here. Full moon in Virgo. Take inspired action. That's when Saturn moves into Pisces. That's just 2 weeks from now. So what is that, on the 7th? I think it's on the 7th. Is that right? I believe so. Yeah, full moon in Pisces is on the 7th. In Virgo is on the 7th. And so that's this big, huge portal opening for you that you're still already in. So every month for the next 3 years while this transit is happening, when I say the moon is in Virgo, you should always be paying attention. I would pay attention when the moon is in Pisces too. But you have see the bigger picture. And this is the moon in Jupiter, in Sagittarius. And breathe through the tension, Scorpio. All 3 of these are full moons. Nobody else has had that. I'm more than halfway through here. So I want to show you something. If you look really closely, you can see it's round and round and round, and there's layers in there. And you have malachite to work with, which is also round and round with layers in there. So it's almost as though you're peeling away layers of things to get to, there's a pattern, right? Oh, this totally makes sense for Virgo. It is recognizing the patterns. It's seeing the bigger picture. So sometimes with Virgo, you get caught up in the little details, right? I personally think it's a superpower. But when you have see the bigger picture, they're saying it's okay to see up close the patterns, right? Because you can see them in both of these. But also when you step back to see the entire picture of it. That will allow you to take the inspired action by seeing the whole thing and breathing through the tension. When you're feeling caught up, like these patterns almost feel like constrictions. They're self-imposed. They feel self-imposed. All right, when I say self-imposed, that doesn't mean that you're doing it on purpose. These limitations, these self-imposed things, a lot of times the information that comes through to us that is imprinted on us when we're children stick with us. You do this, don't do this. This is the right way, that's the wrong way. But a Virgo will really take that information in and they'll apply it to everything through their life because that's the way you're built. Okay, nothing wrong with that. But what happens is that when that pressure of feeling limited into a small confining space happens, inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, and breathe through it. And 3 nice, slow, deep breaths to physically relax your body and to reconnect in with yourself because you're going through a transformative process here. Everything that happens across the zodiac from you is going to affect you. So, Neptune has been affecting you. Jupiter went through there. Mercury's about to enter. Saturn's going to spend, 3 years over there. Every time any of the planets transit through, whatever you want to call it, through the opposing sign, you feel the tension. And so I'm getting this, it feels like your lungs expanding. It's like this breathing moment, and so breathe through it and allow yourself to really settle into the energy and pick up the rhythm. There's a rhythm to it, right? So when you feel the rhythm of it, then it doesn't feel so constricting because what goes out has to come back in. And so it flows and there's this ebb and this flow of this energy. It is changing, it's spiraling around. So what's really great about a spiral? The spiraling of energy means you're going to cycle back around to the same spot, but you're going to see it from a higher vantage point. And this allows you always to see the bigger picture, right? You're elevating every time you come back to that spot. So every time the moon goes through Sagittarius, every month it does this. Really be paying attention to where you see things differently than you saw them a month ago. Whatever this goal, this dream is, whatever the plan is, whatever the stage you're at, that's a good time to assess. Well, what has happened in the last 28 days, and how do I see it now? Because you're back to that same point every time. And as you're moving toward that, that's when you get this full moon in Scorpio. So it's a couple of days before that. So they really line up nicely with each other. And so you're feeling the tension. Maybe that's probably the part where you're going to be like, okay, I got to get this done. It's really in the energy of choice and decision making for you when the moon is in Scorpio. And so you'll be choosing, and you might be feeling a little tense about it. Breathe your way through it. And then when you complete that, take a look and go, okay, no, now onward and upward, onward and upward. And so it's about recognizing repetitive patterns and to choose love, compassion, and kindness for yourself, for this situation, and for others. Right? That's malachite. And so this is a way for you to create healthy patterns in your relationships. If you are a Virgo rising, Pisces energy is your 7th house of relationships. Relationships are your one-to-one interactions. They can be with your intimate partnership. They could be with a business partner. And sometimes it's just somebody you work closely with on a project. For the time that you're doing that, you're in a relationship, partnership, right? And so creating healthy patterns in your relationship, if you can allow yourself to breathe through the moments and elevate. And if that is what you are working on over the course of the next 3 years, imagine where you're going to be, right? And so maintain your heart-centered awareness and get to the heart of the matter. So why do I feel this way? Breathe in, breathe out. And then take the inspired action. Whatever you want. Every time that moon hits Virgo, but particularly in 2 weeks from now, really launch yourself. And so if over the course of the next couple of weeks you are thinking about, well, what kind of a big change do I want to make? Take that first big action step on that new moon, on that full moon in your sign. Absolutely, 100%. And so but every time the moon comes back to Virgo, make sure you're taking another step forward. Using this energy, this is how you get in flow with the energy, and you can really use it and access it to spiral up. And this is about exploring new ways of doing things. And sometimes we try something and it's not, it really didn't work the way we want it to. That's okay. When you spiral back to that point and you look at it and you're like, yeah, no, not that. Won't do that again. Try something new. It's always about learning and growing, developing our knowledge and our skill, and elevating. And we do this through compassion. A critical eye is an eye that looks at, discerns, and decides what's working and what's not working. But it is not about criticizing yourself or anyone else for the attempt. That's not useful. That's not useful. Our bodies are listening to us. And when we say we're not worthy, we're not good, we can die, or I can't believe I messed that up, then it thinks that it's not any good and it's just going to keep messing things up. But when you say, wow, look what I learned, look how I grew, I'm elevating. Like I'm learning and I'm growing. And the more you pat yourself on your back, the more you take your inner child out for ice cream after a loss, the more you develop the confidence to try something new, to keep elevating, to keep moving forward. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to teach you a couple of mudras here. Mudras are ways that we focus the energy using finger positions to focus our personal energy to manifest and bring in what we want. And I find it very interesting that you have a root chakra and a sacral chakra one. And so this is really about getting to the core of your own self-love, self-worth, self-value, the inner child work, and feeling safe and secure where you are. And so whether this is something related to, because again, it's the unknown, right? It's the boldness to step into the unknown and to try something new. And so allowing yourself to surrender the process, not the goal. Right? So here in this limitless supply of energy toward our dreams, pick what you want to feel. I want to feel safe and supported and financially secure. I want to be in a loving, nurturing environment, or, whether it's at work or at home or whatever. Pick something that's got these very broad terms and really come back to how you feel about it. It's Pisces energy, after all. How you feel about it is important. That's where you're going to be manifesting from, is these feelings, right? And so, but you don't need to know every step, because every month you're going to cycle back and get to reevaluate. So you don't actually need to know every step. You just need to know what the next one you're going to take, and then you get to evaluate it, and then you get to keep going, right? And so we're going to surrender the process. We're going to allow for the universe to bring information, ideas, inspiration to us, right? Every month when the moon is in your sign, you allow yourself to be inspired and take inspired action. And then allow yourself to assess it at various points along the way. And then go, yeah, and that's working. Let's keep going. Or let's try something different. And so this is about surrendering in. And so you have this card of surrender with deep awareness. I surrender what I no longer need. I don't need to be perfect. I need to be bold and innovative. I need to try things. I need to enjoy life. Okay, so we're going to surrender into the process. And so I'm going to put this up here so you can take a nice screenshot of it if you would like. But what we're going to do is we're going to take both of our hands. I love teaching mudras. They're so much fun. Okay, we're going to connect the tip of the index and the pinky fingers. Index and the pinky fingers. This is complicated. You guys got a complicated one. Let me try this again. The tips of the index and the pinky fingers. Okay. These two. All right, here we go. That makes more sense. So, pinky to pinky, index to index. Take your ring finger and connect it to your middle finger. No, that does not look right. Why is this? You guys got a hard one. Of course you did, because you can do it. Curl the middle finger and the ring fingers to touch to the thumb. Curl the middle and ring fingers to touch to the thumb. Curl the ring and the middle finger to touch the thumb. All right. There we go. Much easier. Just got to read directions. All right. So curl the ring and the middle finger to touch the thumb. Connect pinky to pinky, index to index. You're going to sit with this in your lap. Relax your shoulders back. Nice deep inhale in. Through the nose, fill up your belly. Exhale out the mouth. Pushing that belly button all the way back to the spine. Inhale through the nose. And any tension that you are holding in your shoulders, relax. Just roll it out, relax. I can feel you guys. You're all tense because you're worried you're not holding your fingers right because it's freaking hard. Don't worry about it. With practice, you'll get that, right? So you see how I struggled through it. It's okay to struggle. It's fine. I'm not going to edit that at all because I think it's important that everybody knows nobody's perfect at anything. Okay, so again, thumb to pull in these two fingers, connect the index to the index, the pinky to the pinky. I said that backwards. And then it's just down by the root chakra. So you're going to want it in your lap and you're going to breathe through it. The other one is harmony. And this one is so much easier. God for that. Okay. So balance and harmony accompany all of my transitions. And so after you do the really tough one where you are going to surrender, then we're going to bring in the harmony. And you're also going to hold that down in your lap and just relax through that and breathe. Do that, you know, in the morning, in the evening. But do it on a daily basis to remind you to bring yourself back to center, to remember that everything is in a cycle and you are in harmony with yourself and yourself is in harmony with your environment. All right. Surrender the process. All right, guys. I'm sorry my neighbors are a little loud today. All right. It's Saturday. That's why. Okay. You guys take great care. All right. I mean that. And let me know if you watch this all the way to the end and if you got anything useful out of it, because I'm not going to make videos that people aren't watching. All right, thanks. Have a great week.